Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar Purwar, and I welcome you all of you in this session. And I hope all of you are doing great. And this session is all about our concepts in the news of the week. Since last few months, we are working on this series, and we have already completed around lecture 14 in this whole series. And today we have a lecture 15. These concepts in the news of the week we are covering especially for NABARD Grade A and RBI Grade B exams. So this is going to be our lecture 15, and various important news we are taking from Financial Express and Press Information Bureau. So let's start with the session today. So the first important news of today is NTPC invite expression of interest for sale of fly ash in the Middle East and the other region. Okay, so here NTPC has invited expression of interest. So EOI stands for expression of interest for the sale of fly ash in the Middle East and other regions. So NTPC is a Maharatna company under Central Public Sector Undertaking under Ministry of Power, and India it is the largest integrated power producer, and the main endeavor is to provide 100% utilization of the fly ash, which is a byproduct during the production of the electricity. And for that only, NTPC has invited expression of interest for sale of fly ash from the designated port of the Middle East and the other regions. So sustainable ash utilization is one of the key concern of the NTPC, and the company is ensuring the sustainable solution for complete utilization for it. Fly ash is a byproduct of power generation with coal. Okay, so fly ash is a byproduct of the power generation with the coal. So fly ash generated by the NTPC station is ideal for the use in the manufacturing of the cement. So with the help of the fly ash, we can manufacture cement, concrete products, cellular concrete products, bricks, blocks, and tiles. So NTPC Limited has collaborated with the cement manufacturer around the country to supply the fly ash. The power producer is leveraging Indian Railways. So power NTPC is also taking the help of the Indian Railways uh, with this whole network to support the to transport this fly ash in the economically and environmentally friendly manner. So to promote the use of fly ash bricks in building construction, NTPC has set up fly ash brick manufacturing plant and its coal-based thermal power plants. So these bricks are being utilized in the power plant as well as in the township also, where the NTPC townships are there. So these are they will be helped in the township construction activities also. On an average, around 60 million fly ash bricks are being manufactured annually by the NTPC own fly ash brick plants. Okay. Now, as per the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change directives, NTPC stations are keeping at least 20% of the total fly ash products in the reserve. So at least 20% of whatever the fly is generated is being kept with the NTPC only for the issue to fly ash bricks, blocks, tiles manufacturer, and issue fly ash free of cost to them. So about 9% of the total fly ash produced in NTPC station is being utilized by the fly ash brick, blocks, and tile manufacturing unit annually. So further, during the year of 2020-2021, almost 15 NTPC stations supply fly ash to the various road projects, and also proper ash utilization that has crossed around 20 million tons. So over the last 5 years, the fly ash utilization has grown up by 80%. So it is a very huge number for the NTPC, that there is a ash utilization that has gone up by 80% in the country. So this is about NTPC that invites expression of interest for the sale of fly ash in the Middle East and the other region. Now, National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy, it is also called NIPUN Bharat. Okay, so the launch of the NIPUN Bharat marks an important step undertaking of the Department of the School Education and Literacy among a series of measures that has been taken for implementation of national education policy. So under the various steps that has been taken because of the implementation of national education policy, so the NIPUN Bharat is one of them. So that was released in 29th of July 2020. So the main vision of Nipun Bharat is to create an enabling environment to ensure universal acquisition of foundational literacy and numeracy, as the name suggests, reading and numeracy. Okay, so that every child achieves the desired learning competence in reading, writing, and numeracy. So we are focusing on these three part: reading, writing, and numeracy by the end of the grade 3, that is by 2026-2027. So Nipun Bharat will be implemented by the Department of the School Education and Literacy, and a 5-tier implementation mechanism that will be also set up at the national, district, state level, block level in all the states and the union territory under the aegis of the centrally supported scheme, that is under Samagra Shiksha Yojana. Okay. So if you don't know about the Samagra Shiksha Yojana, you can go to my lectures which I have taken for the government schemes, and there you can find out about the Samagra Shiksha Yojana. Okay. So Nipun Bharat aims to cover learning needs. So Nipun Bharat aims to cover the learning needs of the children in the age group of 3 to 9. Teachers need to focus on every child for developing the basic language skill, literacy, numeracy skills, which will help them develop into a better readers and better writers. So thus, Nipun Bharat envisage making the experience of learning at a foundation stages holistic, integrated. We wanted to make it holistic, integrated, inclusive, enjoyable, and engaging. Now, National Education Policy of 2020 has laid down that attaining foundational literacy and numeracy for the all child must become an immediate national mission. So we have to take this on the priority mode as a national mission to make sure that every child should have a proper foundational literacy and numeracy. Okay. In keeping with this, the department has developed a comprehensive guidelines under the Nipun Bharat through a series of intensive consultation with implementation partner experts to make it flexible and collaborative. Okay. So quality education is the bedrock of the nation building. Everybody knows that quality education is the bedrock for the nation building, and foundational education in literacy and numeracy is the core component. So quality education is the bedrock, and foundational education, literacy, and numeracy is the core component of this. So Nipun Bharat will not only help our students to take a big leap in their higher classes, but it will also have a major impact in making our student global competitive. So it will also help to make our student more competitive in the world. So the unique feature is that the goal of the mission are set in the form of Lakshya Sochi, or the target for foundational literacy and numeracy. So the unique feature is what? That the goals of the mission are set in the form of Lakshya Sochi, or target for foundational literacy and numeracy. So the Lakshya are based on learning outcomes that has been developed by the NCERT and international research and ORF studies. For example, like if a child should be able to read 45 to 60 words per minute, or at least 60 words per minute correctly by the end of the grade 2 or 3 respectively, from the age approximately unknown text with the comprehension and clarity. So these are called the targets. Okay. So the success of the Nipun Bharat will primarily depends on, so how the success of the Nipun Bharat will depend on. So it will depends on the teachers, so that there will be a special emphasis on the capacity building. So the whole success of this whole program depends on the teachers. So there is also a concept of capacity building of the teachers also. So a special package for the foundational literacy and numeracy under the Nishat scheme will be there. So you should know what is the Nishtha scheme. Okay, it's been developed by the NCERT, and around 25 lakh teachers teaching at pre-primary and the primary grade will be trained this year on FLN. Okay, so following are the outcomes have been envisaged from the implementation of the goals of the Nipun Bharat. So first of all, we will be focusing on the foundational skills that will enable to keep children in the class, thereby reducing the dropout rate. So we wanted to first of all reduce the dropout rates and also improve the transition rate from primary to the upper primary and the secondary school. Secondary, the activity, that is this first one, this is the second one. Activity based learning and conducive learning environment will improve the quality education. Then the third focus will be on innovative pedagogies such as toy based experimental learning. They will be used in the classroom, translation, thereby making learning a joyful and engaging activity. Then we have a fourth one, which is called intensive capacity building of the teacher, will make them empowered and provide greater autonomy for choosing the pedagogies, right? So these are all the basic things that we have to achieve under a Nipun Bharat mission. Now, holistic development of the child by focusing on different domains. So first of all, we will be focusing on the holistic development, and we will also be focusing on the different domains of developing, like physical, and motor development, social, emotional development, literacy and numeracy, cognitive learning is there, life skills is there. So all these things are there where we wanted to engage our child with which are interrelated and interdependent, which will be reflected in the holistic progress card. So children to achieve the steeper learning trajectory, so we wanted to make sure that they should have a very good learning trajectory directly. It should not be like going like this. Okay, so we have a steeper, very steep learning trajectory which may have a positive impact on the later life and the outcome and employment also. So since almost every child attain the early grade, therefore focus at the stage will be benefit the social economic disadvantaged group, thus ensuring access to equitable and inclusive quality education. Okay, now the third thing which we are going to focus today is bamboo oasis on land in drought. That is a bold scheme. Bamboo oasis on land in drought. So KVIC unique project bold. The name of the project is bold, to boost tribal income. Here we are boosting the tribal income and bamboo based economy in the Rajasthan region. So unique scientific extensive service excessive serving the combined national objective of reducing the desertification. The main focus is to reduce the desertification and also to provide the livelihood and multidisciplinary rural industry dropout has been initiated by the KVIC. The project name is Bold. The project name is Bold. Bold stands for what? Bamboo oasis on land in drought. Okay, so Bold is the first of its kind exercise in India which was launched from the tribal village, that is Nichla Mandwa in Udaipur, Rajasthan. Okay, so this is very important, from which uh, tribal village this program has been launched. This can be asked in the MCQ. So around 5,000 samplings of the special bamboo species, that is Bambusa tulda and Bambusa polymorpha, especially that has been brought from the Assam region, has been planted over 25 biga of region, that is around 16 acres of the vacant arid Gram Panchayat land. So KVIC has thus created a world record of planting the highest number of bamboo sampling on the single day in one location. So Project Bold will seek to create a bamboo based green patches in the arid and semi arid land zone. So here the main focus of this KVIC under the Bold project is we wanted to create a bamboo based green patches in the arid and semi arid region. Okay, so the initiative has been launched as a part of KVIC Khadi Bamboo Festival to celebrate 75 years of the independence, that is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So KVIC is also set to replicate the project in the village in Dholera in Ahmedabad district in Gujarat and Leh Ladakh region in August this year. So total around 15,000 bamboo samplings will be planted before August 21. Okay, so green patches of the bamboo on these three places will help reducing the land degradation. So here we will be focusing on reducing the land degradation percentage of the country, while on the other hand they will be a haven of sustainable development and food security. Okay, so this project will be also helping large number of women and unemployment youth in the region by connecting them to the skill development programs. So why KVIC has chosen this bamboo is because bamboo grows very fast and is all in about 3 years time. They could be harvested also. In the 3 years time they can be harvested also. Bamboo are known for conserving water and also reducing the evaporation of the water from the land surface, which is an important feature in the arid and the drought prone region. So here bamboo will be conserving the water also. Because of that, it will also help in reducing the evaporation rate. And since in the desert and the arid region we have a lack of water, so it will help in the arid and drought prone region. So that is why this project has been launched in the region of Rajasthan first. Okay, now Open Network for Digital Commerce, that is ONDC. So Department of Promotion and Industrial and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT, under Ministry of Commerce and Industry has initiated a project that is called Open Network for Digital Commerce, ONDC. The task has been assigned to Quality Council of India. So the main aim of ONDC is to promote open network developed on the open source methodologies using open specification and open network protocol that are totally independent of any specific platform. So they will not depend on any specific platform. So ONDC is expected to digitize the entire value chain standardize operation, promote inclusion of supplier, derive efficiencies in logistic, and enhance the value of the consumers. So an advisory council has also been constituted to advise the government on the measure needed to design and accelerate the adoption of the ONDC. Okay, so DPIIT and Ministry of Commerce and Industry has initiated a project that is called ONDC, that is Open Network for Digital Commerce. So here we are, main aim is to promote the open network that has been developed as an open source methodologies using open specification and open network protocols, and they should be totally independent of any specific platform. Okay. Now, MSME Minister Shri Nitin Gadkari became brand ambassador of Khadi Prakritk paint. Okay, so we have already discussed about the Khadi Prakritk paint in the last lectures. So here, this is a special news is MSME Minister. He is also a Minister of Road Transport and Highway. Nitin Gadkari has become the brand ambassador of Khadi Prakritk paint. So Minister of Road Transport and Highway and MSME Shri Mr. Nitin Gadkari ji have himself declared as the brand ambassador. So he himself has declared as a brand ambassador of the Khadi Prakritk paint. So he would promote it across the country so as to encourage the young entrepreneurs. So he wanted to make sure that every young entrepreneur to take the manufacturing of the cow dung paint. So here we are focusing on the cow dung paint. So Nitin Gadkari ji has become the brand ambassador, and we are promoting that young entrepreneurs should take the manufacturing of the cow dung paint. So India first and the only paint that is made from the cow dung, and he has also appreciated the technology innovation in this would go as a long way because it will help our rural areas to be more self-independent, because this is a paint that has been made from a cow dung. So as you all know that our rural areas are full of various important measures have been taken for the rural area. So this is one of the places where you can create a paint that is from a cow dung. So Khadi Prakritik paint has an immense potential of creating a sustainable development for the benefit of the poorest people, poorest of the poor, and it should also target should be setting up a Prakritik paint unit in every village. So as a promotion measure, Sri Nitin Gadkari ji has also placed an order of 1000 liter of Khadi Prakritik paint, that is 500 liter of distemper and emulsion, which he intended to use at his residence in the Nagpur. So our Nitin Gadkari ji has himself placed an order for this paint. The new plant has been set up on the campus of Kumarappa National Handmade Paper Institute in Jaipur, which is a unit of KVIC. Earlier, this Prakritik paint was being manufactured manually on a prototype project. Commissioning of the new manufacturing unit will double. So earlier, this paint has been manufactured manually on a prototype project, but now after the commission of the new manufacturing plant, it will double the production of the capacity of the Prakritik paint. At present, the daily production of the Prakritik paint is 500 liter, which will go up to 1000 liter per day. Okay. Now, India-European Union cooperation in the field of agriculture. Okay, so a virtual meeting between Shri Narendra Singh Tomar and Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmer Welfare and Mr. Jesus, he is a member of the European Commission. So there is a cooperation that is held between India and the European Union in the field of agriculture. So both the dignitaries have discussed the Common Agriculture Policy, that is CAP, and the recent India market reforms. So European Union Market to Folk Strategy and Union Food System Summit and Bilateral Cooperation, G20 Agriculture Minister process of fixation of the maximum residue limit of triclosol. So maximum residue limit of triclosol in Indian basmati rice by the European Union. So the members of the European Commission Agriculture explained in detail the recent reform undertaken by the European Union in the field of common agriculture policies, and they have also mentioned that European Union has set a target of bringing around 25% of the area of European Union under the organic farming by 2030. So they have already created a target of organic farming by 2030. The agriculture minister highlighted the recent initiative taken by the government of India to increase the income, because as you all know that India has a target of increasing the farmer income by 20, how much? By 2022. What is the target? Doubling the income of farmers by 2022. So all these measures are being taken place because in order to we wanted to make sure that farmer incomes get doubled by 2022. So they have also launched of a agriculture infrastructure fund with a corpus of rupees 1 lakh crore for the development of the farm gate and agriculture marketing infrastructure in the rural areas. Schemes of the formation of around 10,000 farmer produce organization. It will help small and marginal farmers in marketing of the agriculture produce. Now, enlisted in the steps being taken by the government of India to make agriculture sustainable and environmental friendly, it will include the encouragement of the application of the nano urea and organic farming under the Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. So here we are also encouraging to use of nano urea. Here also we are focusing on nano urea. Raised the issue of fixing the maximum residual limit of the trisulfazole used in the rice crop, which has been concern of the India and is affecting India basmati rice export to the European Union. All the required studies and documents have been submitted to the European Union in May 2021. So MRL, that is maximum residual limit, will be fixed by the second quarter of 2022 before the next season. Okay. Now, DBT, that is Department of Biotechnology, and NIBMG creates a world first database of genomic variants of the oral cancer. So DBT, National Institute of Biomedical and Genomics, that is NIBMG, Kalyani, it is an autonomous institute that has been funded by the Department of Biotechnologies under the government of India, has created a database of genomic variation in the oral cancers. So it is the first of its kind in the world, that is NIBMG has made a database publicly accessible. So NIBMG has made this whole database publicly accessible. So DBGENVOC is a browsable, so it is a browsable online database of genomic variant of the oral cancer, and it is free resource. It is a free resource. First release of DB-Genovoc contains around 24 million somatic and germline variant, okay, that has been derived from the whole exome sequence of 100 Indian oral cancer patient and whole genome sequence of 5 oral cancers. So DB-Genovoc is not just a catalog of genomic variant, it has a built-in power search engine. So here we have a built-in powerful search engine where it is as you all know that this is publicly accessible browsable online database. So we have also provided here a built-in powerful search engine. It also allows a reasonable extent of statistical and bioinformatic analysis to carry out online, including identifying variants in associated alter the pathway in the oral cancer. The repository, which will be updated annually with variation database from the new oral cancer patient from different region of India and Southeast Asia. So it has a potential to support advance in oral cancer research. So the main focus is to support advances in oral cancer research, and it will be a major step in moving forward from simply cataloging variant to the gene gain insight into their significance. So this is one of the biggest type of database that has been created for the oral cancer. So oral cancer is the most prevalent form of cancer among Indian men. Okay, so oral cancer is a more prevalent form of oral cancer in the Indian men of India. It is largely fueled by the tobacco chewing. People used to have tobacco in India. So tobacco chewing causes changes in the genetic material of the cells in the oral cavity. These changes mutation precipitate as oral cancer. So research to identify those genetic mutations that derive oral cancer are already ongoing. So such driver mutation may be variable across population. So what is DBT? Now we have come to know about Department of Biotechnology and NIBMGA. So what is Department of Biotechnology? This is under Ministry of Science and Technology that will boost the augmentation and the development of the biotechnology ecosystem in India throughout its expansion and application in the agriculture, healthcare, animal science, environmental industries. So what is about NIBMG? National Institute of Biomedical Genomics has been established as an autonomous institution by the government of India. So it is an autonomous institution under government of India under the aegis of Department of Biotechnology. So this NIBMG is working under Department of Biotechnology, which is further working under the Ministry of Science and Technology. This is the first institution in India that is explicitly devoted to the research, training and translation and servicing and capacity building in the biomedical genomics. It is located in Kalyani, West Bengal, India, near Kolkata. Okay. Now, The next thing is that Industrial India Industrial Land Bank, IILB. So India Industrial Land Bank, it is a GIS based portal. It is a one-stop repository for all the industrial infrastructure related information. So you should know that connectivity, infrastructure, natural resources, terrains, plot level, information on the vacant plot. So it is all about, if you wanted to find out the area, which field, which area, which land is accessible, which land is free, which land has a proper connectivity, proper infrastructure, which are the vacant plots, what are the line of activity. So you can contact this India Industrial Land Bank. Currently, IILB has an approximately 4,000 industrial park that is mapped across the total area of 5.5 lakh hectares, servicing as a decision support system for investors. So here the people, those who are the investor, they can go to India Industrial Land Bank and they can see where the land is open, where the land is free, and all those things. So they can best check all the land credentials over there, and based on that they can do the investment over there. So the system has been integrated with the GIS system with the 17 states. Total 17 states have integrated the system. Okay. So and the portal is updated on a real-time basis and will achieve the pan-India integration by December 2021. So a mobile application where login is not required was launched on the Android and iOS stores. So additional features are to be introduced soon. In parallel, the portal has been made more user-friendly by allowing the user to explore the portal without any login. So this is the new update that has been done. So here you can go to the portal without any login details, and there you can see about all the land details. The design and the user interface of the portal has been constantly improved for the better user experience. So regarding the countries from where the visitors are coming, who are visiting this Indian Industrial Land Bank, are after India, United States have a maximum number of visitors, followed by Australia, UK, Singapore, UAE, Germany, and Indonesia. Demonstration of the IILB portal and mobile application was given at various outreach in the event in the India Industry Association, Singapore, Indian High Commission, Indian Embassy in Korea, Kotra, and Malaysian and Korean investors. So this portal has been developed for the various people who wanted to invest in India and they are looking for the land for investment. Okay, there they can make their companies, whatever they wanted to make. So this portal has been made in order to make sure that they should have a very easy finding where the land is available, at what rate, what is the proper connectivity, proper natural resources are there or not. So all these things are there in this India Industrial Land Bank. And so we have a major visitor from various countries, those who are coming and searching about the land in India under this portal. The people are coming are from USA, Australia, UK, Singapore, USA, Germany, and Indonesia. And regarding this India Industrial Land Bank, we have also given various outreach events in the various platforms. Okay. Now, World Population Day. So every year on 11th July, World Population Day is celebrated. The main objective of the World Population Day is to draw attention to the issue that is arising out of the population growth and also because of the decline in the population. So we are looking for if there is any problem with the population growth, and if that, even we will also looking for if there any problem with the decline in the population growth. India is the second highest population in the world behind China, and India will be coming in the first in the coming decades. The uncontrolled growth of the population has given rise to many problems in India. Even the uneven distribution of the healthcare is one of the major concern in our country. Even the uneven distribution of the healthcare among the both genders. So, women health has been severely impacted by the deeply ingrained social norms and the limit their ability to take decision in their own hand. So here we are focusing on the women health also. This is especially true because of the woman reproductive health and fertility and family planning remains the woman prerogative. Okay, so there are very stigmas and taboos that are related to the woman's health. So it acts as a barrier for the woman agency in accessing the sexual and reproductive health services on negotiating on the contraceptive with the partner. So here women's limits their ability to take their decision on their own. Even this is good for the this is more important for the rural places, because in the rural places this problem of taking decision is more severe. Okay, women in the rural area are particularly susceptible to these changes due to the barriers to access the health service. In the rural areas, women are not even have a access to proper health services. In the urban areas, women can actually go to the rural women can actually go to the proper hospital, but there also the problem, stigmas and taboos are there. But in the rural areas, women are more bound by these stigmas and taboos. Okay, frontline workers are most often the first and the only point of the contact. So frontline worker, those who go home to deliver all the basic needs to these women, these are only the only point of the contact of health system for these women. And these women cannot go to hospitals also because of the stigma and taboos associated with all these things. So the frontline worker which comes to their home, so they can discuss their problem with these frontline workers. But this is also a far reach program, so it is still not up to the mark. Now, one of the key ways to educate and empower the men's and women about the need of the safeguarding their sexual and reproductive health is by sharing the effective and evidence-based messaging at the community level. Social and behavioral changes communication, SBCC, have proven efficient in breaking taboos. So social and behavioral changes are the most important. Very important. Social and behavioral changes are more important because they have proven very effective in breaking the various taboos that are related to this. And also we wanted to engage the community in taking proper action to improve the health outcomes. Facilitating comprehensive sexuality education in school can help enable open conversation around sexual and reproductive health, and also ensure young people are aware of the safe sex practices. So this is all about our World Population Day of 2021. Now, Department of Public Enterprises under the Finance Ministry. So this is the new important news. The government has brought the Department of Public Enterprises, that is DPE, under the Ministry of Finance in a bid to facilitate its ambitious disinvestment program. Earlier, DPE was under the Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. Okay. Now, Fitch has cut India's growth forecast to 10%. So as you all know that since last few months, every rating agency is cutting the growth forecast because of the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic that has hit India. So because of that, Fitch has also reduced the forecast to 10% of the growth GDP. So global rating agency, that is Fitch, has slashed India's GDP growth forecast for the current fiscal to 10%. Earlier it was 12.8%. Okay, stating that the renewed restriction in the wake of the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. Fitch believes that rapid vaccination could support a sustainable revival in the business and the consumer confidence. But however, the economic recovery will remain vulnerable to the further waves that will be coming, and if the lockdown happens again in the country. Recently, S&P, that is Standard & Poor, has cut its growth projection to 9.5%. Earlier, they have given 11%. Similarly, Moody has slashed its forecast from 13.7% to 9.3%. Last month only, Reserve Bank has trimmed its growth forecast to country from 10.5% to 9.5%. So various agencies have pegged their financial year 2020 growth estimate in the range of 8.5 to 10%. So low vaccination rate makes India more vulnerable to further COVID waves. So only about 4.7% of the country's population was fully vaccinated as on July 5th. So flagging the issue with the banking system, the agency has stressed that regulatory relief measures have postponed the underlying asset quality concern of the lender for now, but this medium-term performance will be dented without a meaningful economic recovery. So this whole trend shows that if the second or third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic comes, so there will be further decrease in the growth forecast because of the renewed lockdown restriction and all those things. So because of that, every rating agency like Fitch, S&P, RBI, Moody, they have decreased their growth forecast of India. Now, new Ministry of Cooperation has been made. Ministry of Cooperation has been a new ministry in a historical move. A separate Ministry of Cooperation has been created by the Modi government for realizing the vision of Sakar Se Samriddhi. So this ministry will provide a separate administrative, legal and policy framework for strengthening the cooperative movement in the country. So it is mainly for the cooperative society. It will help deepen the cooperatives as a true people-based movement in reaching up to the grassroots. In our country, cooperative-based economic development is a very relevant, which each member work with the spirit of responsibility. Okay, so here we are focusing on the cooperatives, and since in India this cooperative society is very relevant, because here the people work based on the spirit of responsibility. As you can take the example of the Amul, it works based on the cooperative. So the ministry will work to streamline the process for ease of doing businesses for cooperatives, and also to have an enabling development of multi-state cooperative. And our Home Minister Amit Shah has been given the charge of this new ministry. So these are the news for the last week. I hope you all got the important news, and please, if you haven't gone through any of the lectures beyond, you can go to all these 14 lectures earlier, and there I have discussed many important things related to important news that has been coming. So this is very important for an exam point of view and MCQs. Thank you everyone. This is the last slide for Ministry of Corporation, and I would like to ask you, never forget to like, subscribe and follow our channel. Happy learning. Thank you so much.